You're listening to Ozzy's Radio Half Hour. Here is your host, Ozzy.
Some very good friends of ours, some great fans of the band, boys from ASIO. They always come along with their cameras and their cassette players, and they get all the press clippings and they write little stories of, about the band and stuff. They're really, really into it. And they got a big file on Red Gum about that high, and they get up on our file, get to yours.
Hello, g'day, good evening, and welcome to another special edition of Ozzy's Radio Half Hour. That was the great ASIO song by Red Gum. And ASIO, if you're watching, g'day, boys in blue, how you going? And any other trolls, mischievous infants and the like. And most importantly, my subscribers and the fans. I do it for the fans, I do it for the love, and I've got a couple of more subscribers now. I think I'm getting diabetes, but we're kicking goals here, apparently. So look, I've been banned off Facebook for another 30 days. That's added to a lot of other days I think I've had at least 6 or 7 months off Facebook since October last year. So if anyone's, any of you ASIO fact checkers are on here, thanks, but I'll be back in 30 days to wreak more havoc on your job ads and asking whether they need the Jabberwocky or not. So I'm not too impressed with the communists out there. There's too many communists, there's too many order followers. There's too many people still not questioning what's really going on out there. Don't mind me, I'm just drinking some water. I think it's the diabetes. I've put on about 20 kilos over the last 2 years, so what is that? 10 kilos a year. I like to talk to you about the movie Talk Radio. So that starred the great Eric Bogasano or Bogasini or Bogasano. We'll just have a look on trusty old Eric Bogosian. Sorry, I can't even read my own handwriting. I must be getting diabetes. So that was I watched that on Odyssey. They've I think they went through a court case recently where a channel called 123 Movies was removed suddenly, and now they've reappeared with I don't know, maybe 10 less movies or something, 10 or 20 less movies, but if you want to go out and get a Odyssey account, it's free to sign up. You get paid, not very well, but you get paid tokens, library tokens, to view content. What I usually do, I usually like to watch a few old movies on there, and they've got a pretty good selection of them. So do yourselves a favour, get on Odyssey, and thank you to my new subscribers from the Life's BS channel. You guys know who you are. Thank you for having me on your chat. It was very, very informative. I'm glad that I could be of help to your secret sound. It was very entertaining. So yeah, it was. You know, and I've got a new T-shirt. It's not really as a sale piece, you know, like, you know how people like to put a clothing line to their channel, or they get Amazon to do, I don't know, a $30 T-shirt or make a $30. I'm not really into that. I'm more into the homebrew kind of thing. I just made a T-shirt myself and designed it, and then just spent $20 at Officeworks printing one. And yeah, I think the idea, you know, might be a good thing. If this is a good way to get some, it's not cheap. Like, it's $20, right? $23 for a T-shirt. Get it in your size. What I suggest to do is to get you, you know, get a nice design or a logo happening. You can go on the internet, get a logo, screenshot it, Photoshop it. You can do it for nothing. You just need to know a bit about computers to do it for nothing, and then you're away. Works a treat. I think I actually I gained a couple of subscribers just by wearing a T-shirt into a busy shopping centre. And yeah, this was, I think, mostly in the morning. I remember picking up my T-shirt and going to the shopping centre that was there, and just walking through it, and maybe someone got on their phone, had YouTube on there, and looked me up and subscribed. So I encourage everyone else that's in this whole, I don't know if I'd call it freedom movement or truth movement, or it's just living life to the, you know, to the advantageous. It's living life to the fullest without any hindrance from government. You know, if you're that way inclined, then why not get a T-shirt printed and walk through a busy shopping centre and see how many subscribers you get. It might be a good, you know, experiment to see what you can do. And I've done it. You know, I think there was I've been on Eric Farmer's show, and he even was considering it as well, and I encouraged just about anyone that I was on a live chat with to maybe make a T-shirt from their own channel. You know, you don't have to put in you know, anything that's you know, pro freedom or against the whole you know what movement, anti you know what. And you know what, you probably know what you know what is after the past 2 years. So I don't have to explain it, otherwise I'm probably going to get canned off YouTube. But yeah, you just need to put your channel on there, like, subscribe, comment, share underneath, and you're on your way. There's a T-shirt editor in the software online that does it for you. You and it's decent. I've worn the t-shirt a few times and I've had no problems with it. It's not wearing out, it's not fading or stretching or whatever. It's pretty good. So yeah, get on it, and you'll get some subscribers. I'm not saying this is but you'll get your name out there, and then you'll get listeners coming in, people watching your show and watching your channel. So I encourage that for everyone, as some sort of it's more of a marketing thing, and we all know that if you put on a t-shirt, people are going to look, preferably maybe get neon colours, bright pink, neon green. I've got bright yellow, easier on the eyes. You know what you're looking at. So yeah, I've been looking for some jobs lately too, recently. So I've been applying for jobs. A lot of them required the you-know-what mandate, and I did. I wasn't really. I thought I was going to be successful, but it's on the onus of the company, of the management, HR, or the company, or even the managing director. So a lot of these companies are going against international law, the Constitution, basic human rights charter, and just common sense, really, which there doesn't seem to be much of these days. The way I work around it, look, I'm still getting paid part pension. I'm on disability, so I'd like to get something a bit part-time. If anyone knows of anyone, even if it's a cash job, I don't mind. Or if they want to point me in the right direction for further training or employment somewhere. I'm based out in the western suburbs in Melbourne, so if you're that way inclined, if you know of anyone, please let me know in the comments, and I'll get back to you. What else do we got? So I applied for a job as a train driver for Metro in Melbourne, and I have a plan to see if I don't get the job, will be using this backup strategy, because I do know someone that I do know a close relative, fairly close, that is a train driver and has been for a long time. So if things fall through, I'll be ringing his manager and saying that he will be putting in a good word for me. And I will even possibly be a good idea maybe to record it and maybe put it on my channel, as to and even play with him a bit, just to say, look, if he asks for to do the job, I'll just say, look, where does it say that in in common sense? I'm not doing it. They've dropped it, and I even had a phone interview with a tyre shop. I applied as a tyre fitter, and I will say who it is because I don't care anymore. It was Costco in Epping, so hired a Costco out in Epping. I don't know, I can't remember who I spoke to on the phone, but the lovely chap said to me that I needed the you-know-what. So I said, no, I'm not taking the you-know-what, and there is absolutely no way I am doing that. So yeah, I'm not doing that. And you can go eat a log. I pretty much hung up the phone quite quick at that time. So yeah, there was no point in talking to him any further about it, because we all know these guys. They're all brainwashed into the system. It's sad that there's such a high percentage of people that are like this. For those of you that are still pure, please stay pure, even for my sake. We may need you to repopulate the planet after it's all, turned to shit, pretty much. And un-you-know-whatted sperm and eggs are going to be could be in high demand soon. And I'm not joking. It's become the joke of the schoolyard at the moment, because we're still all in school. I'm just having another sip of water. Yeah, so as I was saying before, currently looking for a job. There's so many trolls, the trolls on the Facebook, and they're the ones. They're ASIO agents in disguise. There was one that was a clown, and he played Bobo the Clown for Ronald McDonald House Charities or something like that. And he gave me this sad sod story that he donates every year to the McDonald Land House or whatever it is. You know what I say to that? Fuck McDonald's. Fuck McDonald's. They're using dead children in their food as the meat. So I'm not going to go into that today, but we all know, we've all seen Rabbi Finkelstein's video about all the Jews eating, all the dirty Jews. I'm not calling, there's a lot of good Jews out there, but the dirty Jews that were made out to be dirty, and made out to say that all the Jews were dirty. These are the ones for the dirty Jews. Rabbi Finkelstein likes to drink children's blood and have it on toast on Passover. That's what he said. He openly admitted to that. Fact check me if you will. I dare you. Another thing too, crisis actors and free-dumb protests. That's what I call them. They're the free-dumb protests because that's what it is. It's dumb. They've turned these once grassroots get-togethers into a plethora of stupidity, and a lot of these free-dumb protesters are making a lot of money. They're getting paid. I've heard that they're getting paid at least $1,000 a protest, or $1,000 a day, which is $1,000 a protest. And you could be earning, a decent wage per year. You could be earning, I don't know, 30 to 40 grand if you're lucky. That's providing, there was a protest every weekend. But there, somewhere in Melbourne, there is basically a freedom protest every weekend. I kid you not. Look, I'm all for, expressing my rights, and good on them, right? Good luck to them, right? But I don't think walking around the city chanting and banging a drum and waving a flag is going to do much. It hasn't done much for the last 2 years. What do you think it's going to do now? We're at the precipice already. Look, the best thing is to be non-compliant. Don't comply to any directives. Don't comply to any police or anyone that's that's telling you to wear a dirty diaper on your face, or get the jab to go somewhere. Tell them to stick the jab up, where the sun don't shine. because yeah, it's not right. What's happening is not right, and now they're having what is it, 6-month-old now. It's you can get the what V for 6-month-old and above. How are we going to feel when all these babies start breaking out in red rashes, or they start convulsing or die? I had to watch my brother when I was 7 years old, and he was convulsing as a toddler, and I knew it was from the fact I'm not going to say. I had to what I was going to say, but I'm not going to let these stupid fact checkers on YouTube get to me. I'm not going to say it, because then they'll probably strike me. Look, I haven't seen my grandmother in 2 years. I don't want to sound like a broken down record or a sad side about it, but she is 86 years old, and I think this year she'll be 87. So a good innings, a fair innings, a good life, a hard life, but a good life. This is the problem. English isn't her first language, and I don't know how to speak her language. I don't know how to speak her native tongue. You'd think that I would pick it up by now, but it's hard. And look, Google Translate isn't that well when she speaks a significantly different dialect to what is the native tongue. So whatever is on Google Translate doesn't really equate to what is on there. So I haven't learned the art of listening. Listening to someone speak is probably better. Is probably, you have to get that right before you start talking. I can talk it a little bit, but I need someone as a support person, and the only people there that would know how to speak it would be my family. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pay for an interpreter, and I don't want to do that, because I don't really trust any of the interpreters to interpret what I want to listen to anyway. And usually I would go there with my family, but my family have decided to I wouldn't say cut ties, but they're distancing themselves from me. And it's sad, it is sad. We all have to deal with this, but it's look, I kind of have I know that it's probably not worth it, because my grandmother doesn't have long to go anyway. She's got dementia. She wouldn't remember me anyway. It would cost me to go over there, because it's on the other side of the city. Even though I've got free train travel, you might have to eat out, get some lunch or whatever. So it's still going to cost you. It's still going to cost you your time and a little bit of your money to go out there. And you still got to do all this stuff. Like, you got to wear a mask. You got to do the RAT test and all this crap like that, right? I don't want to do that. And I watched Mike Palmer from Know Your Rights, and there was a testimonial saying that someone was able to go see their own mother in the nursing home, and she said, "Oh, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that," under the CBID's directions on your web pages, on the Victorian health regulations, whatever. It says this: I don't have to if I don't want to. You got to read it. The problem is everyone's so brainwashed that it really depends where you go. It might have been a one-off case. Who knows? Maybe this nursing home was in the country somewhere. So usually in the country they might be a bit more relaxed on stuff, right? But this is like in the suburbs, inner city suburbs kind of thing, southeast, of Melbourne. So they, knowing, where I am, it's a bit relaxed. There's a lot of people that are wearing it, but there's a lot of people that aren't. So it's really, not many people on this side of town they don't really care about the rules anymore, which is good. But I'm guessing on the other side of town, being that it's more educated and more posh, educated means more indoctrinated, in my opinion. So yeah, there'll be a lot more people over there that will be having a heart attack if I walked in there without a face muzzle on. So I was told by family, oh, you can go in there and come with us, but you gotta do this, and this. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So I might even give them a call tomorrow or within the week if I'm able to. I haven't been feeling well. I've been a bit tired. I'm trying to get fit. I did go for believe it or not, I went for a 10k walk today. But I'm totally just tired, puffed out, just, I don't know, wrecked. I feel wrecked. The last 2 years have been, I'm surprised I haven't killed myself from eating too much chips and chocolate and, lollies and all this, just to, I don't know, I think it's just a defense mechanism for me psychologically. Like if I get stressed, I'll just go for the chips or, the fried food or the chocolate or whatever, so I need to be aware of that, and I need to take better care of myself. But I want everyone else to take better care of themselves too. If you're like me, keep doing it, keep doing what you're doing as much as you can. Don't give in to the temptation of getting this poison into you. Tell the trolls to buzz off. Just keep hammering. Just keep keep at it. You don't have to protest. You can protest on your own in your own town, and I encourage it. Protest in the suburbs. Go to the park and talk to people. That's how you protest. You don't. The opposite is going to happen if you go out and you get on a megaphone and yell at people and force them to be like you and force them things down their throat. They're not going to listen, and I know that for a fact. I've yelled at people and it's actually gotten worse. They actually thought I was crazy. So, best thing is to do, I think, is if they're open to it, start talking to them about it. And even if you don't get anywhere with it, just spread the word. Go out, go for a walk, and if you see someone out in the street, if you feel confident enough, strike up a conversation and say, don't get the boo shot, whatever that is, and you know what I'm talking about. Don't get that, because it's gonna wreck you, and just explain it to them. It's gonna wreck you. I've heard it. It's put a lot of people out, and this whole thing is ridiculous. It's insane, and it needs to be stopped. And the only way you're gonna do it is if you just talk to people when you go to the shops, when you're lining up for something. If you're lining up at the bank, or you're lining up at getting groceries or something, well, tell them to stock up on food. Tell them there's going to be, there's going to be shortages. Tell them to stock up on food and essentials, because, even if you're going to buy shoes, buy them now. If you're going to buy clothes, buy them now, because I hear that in the very near future they might be new clothing might be scarce. So it's up to you guys to kind of prepare for that. Don't go crazy on it. Don't stress yourself out on it. But there's, if you prepare, at least you're going to be successful somewhat in getting through this madness. So without further ado, I'm gonna leave it there. But please be kind to people, to one another. Filter out any negativity, any trolls, any don't get involved with a lot of these fake protesters or political parties or freedom parties, so to speak. They don't really have your back. I've even the meetups with I think Thanos was organising. Look, I said it could be a promising idea. It is a good idea. It's a brilliant idea. But I don't like the idea of having my name on a list that could potentially be a watch list for ASIO. So, and you're probably better off in your own community, knocking on your neighbour's door and having a conversation and saying, look, I notice you got a lemon tree. How about we trade? How about, I've got an apple tree. You've got a lemon tree. How about we trade apples and lemons? That's how you get trade started. That's how you get grassroots farming in the suburbs started. They're going to get rid of the farm, so eventually. So the thing is, we might even be forced to have our own farms on our front lawn. How about that? You'd have a couple of sheep on your front lawn, or a cow or whatever, I don't know if I'd like the idea of that, but it's much better than it'd be much better than having to buy it from a store. But the problem is we have limited space to do it. If I had the space, I would do a hobby farm. But I really got to go. Thank you for your time if you have been watching this, and thanks to my new subscribers. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, share, and even donate to my Patreon if you've got a bit of spare change left over from this madness called the Armageddon. So keep doing what you're doing, keep fighting, and we'll get through this. Ozzy out. See you later.